Hey everybody! Today is March 20th at 1:27 p.m. and today I want to talk a little bit about what to do when you get to Los Angeles for the first time if you're trying to be an actor. So I know it's kind of like crazy moving from anywhere that you are coming from in the entire world, moving to Los Angeles, because it's a brand new city, it's a big place, and it's kind of got this magical aura about it. You don't really know what to do or where to go, and everybody will tell you 1,000 different things, and they're correct. There are 1,000 million different avenues to get to where you want to go if you want to be an actor, a producer, a PA, a musician, a songwriter, whatever you want to do. But here's the most important thing that I can help you with for trying to become an actor, and I think the most important thing to do is just create. And what do I mean by that? I mean, this vlog that I'm doing here is a version of creating, practicing being in front of a camera, doing type of stuff like that, but also getting into like an acting class or joining a theater company that will allow you to get up and practice is really important. Because think about it, we're not like carpenters. We can't just go buy lumber and nails and saws and like build and practice our craft. We actually have to perform. We have to get out there. We have to get in front of people. We have to create something in order to hone what we're doing. So that's why I think finding an acting class as soon as possible is incredibly important, because it will allow you the space, the safe space, to practice what you want to do, to get up and make mistakes, and to learn how to do things differently, to try new things without risks. To take risks, but in a space that's, confined in space and small and safe. That way, when you're, okay, let me just say this. Time between auditions is going to be a variable. It's going to be either you have 20 auditions in a week, or you have 20 auditions in a year, or one a year. It happens. So in that negative space between when you actually get the chance to be up in front of people and when you don't, you've got to fill your life with something that keeps you going and practicing your craft, because otherwise you're going to go insane. So getting into an acting class is incredibly important. Here's 4 suggestions, and this is just the improv route. But in Los Angeles, there's 4 main improv companies. One of them is the Second City, and these are the guys from Chicago, started by Paul Sills, and they're here doing lots of long-form improv and stuff like that. The second one is IO West. It's kind of pseudo-related to Second City. They're kind of like a combination, but like separate entities. It's weird. If you look up like people who have been from Saturday Night Live, it's mostly they're looped together, Second City and IO West. But it's another type of long-form sketch improv. There's the Groundlings, which are kind of a big deal. Like the 2 main ones here are Groundlings and the next one I'm going to mention. But they're more character-based. So if you're trying to figure out how to quickly create characters and flow with that character through the entire time, that's what I would suggest going with if I were you. And then there's UCB, or the Upright Citizens Brigade. This is a place that like Amy Poehler and a whole bunch of those people came from. Also, one of the big ones. So the 2 big ones are UCB and Groundlings. Will Ferrell came from the Groundlings, by the way. But UCB focuses on long-form improv, which is more about the game, playing the sketches, playing the skits. And then you can also get into like scene study classes, and there's a ton of those. I don't have them all off the top of my head right now. I was going to focus more on the improv side, but I'll make another video soon so you guys can learn about all the best scene study things here in Los Angeles, so you can get into an acting class as well. But I think it's really important to focus on improvisation, because like 8 out of every 10 auditions I've gone to, they've either given me the script and said, okay, you know what, we don't want to do this, let's try doing this scenario, you're this, blah, 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 go. Or there is no script. I know, terrifying. But they just walk you into the room and they say, okay, here's the situation, especially for commercials. Commercials will do this all the time. They don't give you sides, you just show up and you do it. So being able to prep yourself for those types of situations, and I know improv is kind of scary, but I think it actually adds to your overall prowess as an actor to be able to pull from your imagination from scratch like you did as a kid. Because that's what improv is. It's basically playing an imagination like you did when you were outside. So Best advice I can give you, at least in this first set, when you get to Los Angeles and you want to be an actor, is get into a class as soon as possible. Yeah, it's going to cost you money, but money you can always make more of. Time, you can't. So invest in your career, and I promise it'll pay off.